Hi, everybody. It's Michael Small, and today I want to share a few reflections on Charles Fillmore's chapter in the development of divine love from the book Talk on Truth. Fillmore's believed that divine love is not just an emotion or feeling. Love, he taught, is the very essence of God. It's a spiritual principle, a power that can be developed in our lives as we are aligned with our thoughts and actions and presence of God's presence. Anyway, uh, I did record a video for 15 minutes and I had to redo it, so I'm kind of trying to remember to set my timer again. So anyway, 15. There we go. So back to it. Um, I just want to let you know that the Fillmores believe that divine love is not just an emotion or warm feeling. Love, he taught, is the very essence of God. It's a spiritual principle, as you know, a power that can be developed in our lives, and as we align in with our thoughts, our actions with God's presence. So the question is, we'll we'll explore is what does it mean to develop divine love, and how can we live in a way that speaks to the challenge we face today. Fillmore draws a clear distinction between what we usually call love and what is named divine love. Humans love often depends on circumstances. Conditional love. I love you because you love me back. I love you because you agree with me. Or I love you as long as you treat me well. But divine love goes even deeper than that. So the Fillmores calls it the great harmonizer, and I love that. The spiritual force that binds and heals all of life. It's not about liking everyone's behavior, but it's about seeing beyond the surface and recognizing that divine essence in each person. Divine love is the recognition that we are all children of God, connected by one source, which means that divine love is not limited by preferences or even conflict. It's not even something we manufacture through the willpower, as is some things we awaken to and practice as spiritual discipline. Interesting. Fillmore's believe that love grows within us when we are initially intentionally turn our thoughts towards God. He wrote, "Love is the great harmonizer and healer." However, um, however, calls on divine love is in daily thought, word, and deed will experience is softening and unifying power. It's just stepping in the flow that I want to call it. And we do that by through prayer and meditation. Every time we turn inward and we affirm, I am an expression of divine love, as we're training our mind to see with new eyes. We begin to think less from fear and more from compassion. Forgiveness is one of the most practical ways. Number two, divine love develops. It doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it frees us from the bitterness. Fillmore often reminds us that resentment blocks the flow of divine love in our lives. And number three, through our daily practice, we actually get to develop that divine love is the building of our muscle. It's not just about lofty ideas, but small choices. It may be simple as being patient in traffic, extending kindness to a difficult coworker, or pausing before reacting in anger, and instead of choosing, and we choose compassion instead. So, and number four is through community. We also develop divine love when we surround ourselves with other people that think like we do, that are committed to live this way. In a spiritual community, we practice seeing Christ in one another, even when we don't always agree. Imagine that. So, what does it mean for us today? It's not a secret that our world today feels divided more than ever. Politically, socially, even within families, fear, anger, and mistrust seem to dominate the headlines. This is why Fillmore's message is so powerful for us right now. Developing divine love is not about escaping the world's problems, but transforming how we respond to them. And I like it because then when you imagine what happens when we are in this flow of more, we choose to respond from divine love instead of reactivity. Imagine if in our conversations, instead of needing to win an argument, we first sought to understand. Imagine if we, when someone wrongs us, our first step was to pause, breathe, and silently affirm God's love is present here. That doesn't mean being passive, we're not a doormat, or ignoring injustice. That's important. Rather, it means that our actions are rooted in compassion, not in fear or hatred. As the Fillmores remind us, love is not weakness, it's strength. Divine love gives us courage to face challenges without losing our center. So this week, I invite you to choose not just one person or one situation in your life that feels disconnected or difficult. It may be strained relationships, a frustrating coworker, or even a public figure. We know we have to struggle to understand. Each time you think of that person, silently affirm, I am an expression of divine love, and I see the Christ in you. If you don't have to see, and you don't have to say it out loud or even let them know what you're doing, but watch what happens inside of you as you begin to practice all of this. It's just to me, it's just a lot more fun. And you may notice a softness, a shift in perspective, maybe even a little bit more peace in your heart. The Fillmore's teachings is simple, but it's also profound if you think about it. Love is not only God's nature, it's our own. Think about when God said, let us make man in our image. What did he really mean, God in our image? Let us make man in our image. And the more we develop this, the more healing we begin to ourselves, we bring to ourselves and to our world. So, in closing, if you leave with, I'll leave you with this thought. Divine love is not a concept to study, but a reality to live. May we, may each of us, excuse me, continue to grow in the development of divine love, remembering that love is the very essence of God working through us, in and through us. I just want to say thank you for your time and thank you for being here and thank you for listening to me. And so it is. Amen.